Hello, you're on to Property Investing with Violet, your property investor here in the UK. Today, I'm talking to you about how you manage a refurb project. Yes, I am currently managing one at the minute. I have a refurb project that I'm working on in the 3-bedroom house, and I'm managing it, making sure all the tradesmen are contacted via the websites and the online platforms. I use Checker Trade, I use builders.com, ukbuilders.com, I use my builders website. There's so many out there. These are websites and platforms that have done the verification and reviews for you, so you don't go get a rookie, you don't go get some tradesman that has never worked before. So the platform has done that for you. Make sure you use these platforms when you are doing your refurbishing projects. So how do you start it? You hear me talk about buy refurbishing repair properties. You hear me talk about below market value properties, and you hear me talk about the flip strategy. They all are interwoven to mean that you're buying a property that is run down, you want to spend money on it, you want to put it back on the market, you want to sell it for profit. So you got one of those properties. What do? How do you start the refurb? Are you one of those that are scared? They're thinking, oh, I don't want to make mistakes, so you want to spend part of your budget, your already skinned budget, to go get a project manager? Well, in the future, when you have so much money, you can do that. But for you just starting, this is how you roll with it, because I'm doing it. So how do you start? Is there a blueprint for how to start a refurb? Which tradesman comes in first? Is there actually a blueprint? No, because it depends on how run down your property you purchased is. This property I purchased has got a roof problem. The roof is leaking. The kitchen extension is wobbly. It's a house engulfed in fire. So let's just put it, everything has to be stripped to the brick. So if it's a back to brick property, you need to get all the tradesmen you can find. You need to get the builders in, you need to get the plumber in, you need to get the electrician in to get you the wiring, everything done. They all have to be done in conjunction with the builder working. So don't go start a project getting everything all done, plasterboarded and all, and you realize, hang on, there is no pipe behind the plasterboard for plumbing. Oh, there is no wiring, no electrics behind the plasterboard. You have to rip your plasterboard out so the plumber and electricians can do their work. So don't make that mistake. You have to get it right from the beginning. Get the electrician in to do his first fit wiring. You get the plumber in to lay his pipes for the plumbing of the toilet and the kitchen works. Get all those piping and wiring hidden behind the plasterboard. Then the builders come and put the plasterboard on it. I love to call it the internal cladding. Back in where I'm from, those don't work. We don't do those. You just get a brick, plaster the brick, and you paint the house. But in the UK, it's a different thing, which is good. It gives the interior of the house perfect finish, flawless finish. So that plasterboard comes after the piping has been laid by the plumber, wiring has been laid by the electrician. Between the wall, the brick, and the plasterboard are those wiring that you don't see. All you see on the front of the plasterboard are the switches. You just turn your light on, it works. The wiring is right behind the plasterboard. So get the right tradesmen to start working at the right time. So you have done your plasterboard, you have done your wiring and your plumbing. Now, what about the windows and doors? In my case, windows and doors were crap. Don't forget, I started with the roof. Why? The roof needed to be done, so to reduce the damp and give me a dry canvas to work with. My roof was done. I got a roofer. He did all the things, did a new tiling in the roof. And since he's done that roof, the loft is as dry. So we like it when you do things in order. So now you've done the roof, you've done the plumbing and everything. Next you need to do is, guess what? Windows and doors. With windows and doors, internal doors, no problem. You can DIY it. External doors, external windows, don't DIY it. The UK housing regulations dictates that you use a fencer, window and doors installer to install those for you, to replace any windows and doors in a house that you just purchased. So what is fencer? I hope I get this right. It's Fenestration Self-Assessment Scheme. Yes, I got that right. So fencer installer is what you need and who you need to come to your house to install your windows and doors. Why do you need this? And what services makes a fencer installer different from a DIY guy down the road? First of all, when a fencer installer comes in to install your windows and doors, they give you a certificate at the end of the installation, which proves that you actually comply with the building regulations in the UK. And also they ensure your property is now registered with the council, because the council needs to know if your building is suitable and if your building complies with the UK building regulations. So that's why you need, for your external windows and doors, you need a fencer installer. It doesn't matter where you bought them from, but to install them, you need a fencer installer to do that for you, because they give you a certificate that certifies you, that sets your building apart. Don't make that mistake. Don't cut corners and say, oh, it's too expensive. You need to do it, because if you don't, by the time you get to selling that property, the solicitor of the buyer will ask you. And if you don't have that certificate to present, it will knock the price off your property. You've spent so much money renovating this property. You don't want to get knocked out at the point of sale. So do the right thing right now. So that's for your windows and doors. You put those in and you get them all sorted. Then what next do you need to do? We move into the decorations. You've done your bathroom at this point. You installed your bathroom. You bought your items, your supplies. I'm registered with LMPG, so I get my building supplies at a discounted rate from LMPG website. LMPG. I talk fast, so I just want to break that down for you. If you're into property investing, you want to get properties supplies cheaper for your tradesman, you have to talk to your tradesman though. Don't force it down their throat. Some of them will not like it if you buy their materials for them. I'm just putting this out there. But you have to work together and see what materials you need to get for them. And if they give you their blessing, then you go get it. Because if you get it without their blessing, they will make it hard for you. They will tell you there is no screw, there is no pipe, there is no this. So you don't want that situation. So work with your tradesman and agree as to how you work with the purchasing and supply of the materials you need for your refurb. Now you've done all that. Let's get the painters in, shall we? The painters start by painting. I go with neutral colors. Paint the walls neutral. Let the buyer come in and do what they like with it. I don't go crazy with wallpaper or getting a pivotal or they call it they call it a focal point wall. I just leave it plain. I just make it look nice. It has to look nice. Then the kitchen is done. Kitchen perfect. If it's magnet kitchen you're going for, if it's Howden's kitchen you're going for, get all those done and get them installed. Everything is ready. House is painted. The place looks nice. The windows and doors are in. Everything is done. What next do you need to do? You need to stage the property. You need to stage it. Why? Because people value what they see as they see the property as it presents itself on a day-to-day basis. So with staging, you just place the items, get the sofa in, get everything in, the cooker, the fridge, freezer, everything you need, get them all ready. Bedrooms, if you want to go that far, getting mattresses and getting a bed and setting everything up. At the end of the day, you never know who is going to buy the property. There could be a couple just starting out life. They could buy the property and also buy the staging items. You never know. Or if they already have their one, you just take it back and return it because it's on a lease. Anyway, you got the items on a lease agreement from the staging company. So what's there to lose? Make your property look nice, stage it, stick a for sale on it, get the estate agents in and start to bring people in for viewings. I hope I've been able to tell you how to manage a project. I hope You're not looking to pay out so much money to your project manager. You might start doing that after you've made so much money, but when you're starting out, you really want to maximize your profit, don't you? Is that not what you want to do? But if you want to splash out on the project manager, all well and good. You will get a quote from, it depends, like I said, what your refurbishing encounters or what it entails. We got so many quotes from 90,000 to 70,000 to 60,000. Our refurbishing right at the minute stands at less than 50,000. So you just have to wait. If you do it yourself, spend time on it, do it yourself, you'll make more profit. I'm very sure you will. With property investment, I've always said this. There are no losses, but lessons learned along the way. Go out there, do that which you need to do, and take the bull by the horn. You can do it. I'm doing it, and I hope you do too. So if you have any questions regarding my steps on how to manage a refurb project, leave them below. If you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Support us, support this budding business, support us in everything we're doing, because we're growing. We are growing. So subscribe, leave your comment below, and I am not too busy to respond to you. All the best. It's Violet Bank. Till next time, I'm out.